Can you say this is the time?
Just to confirm study reasons. Come for me, please, guys.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sheila, you get that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
You got
8,
Phil?
9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Brother Jack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Hey.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm Anastasia Palacios.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. I'm Philip Simon.
And it's a pleasure for us to be back in your company after a long weekend. How was yours, Phil?
Pretty good. Didn't do much.
Okay.
Just spent a lot of time doing a little bit of projects, hanging out with the kids completely the entire weekend.
Nice.
Interesting thing, you always have to keep on feeding them.
This surprises you.
Yeah, I know, right? My son is like, it's like, man, you just ate though. You just
Yeah,
ate.
no, and Cairo's not even 2 yet, but she's got a pretty healthy appetite, and we try to give her like snacks and vegetables. And I went to the food store like 3 times last week, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I don't understand.
Food store thing is the thing I don't like to do.
It's,
so,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
It's
Yeah,
crazy,
no, they
yeah.
definitely. So I
What'd you
can
do?
imagine all these parents who are getting ready for summer break.
God.
That's a different story. But I had a good weekend. I actually finally saw Endgame, so I'm very
You
excited.
did?
I did, Phil.
Okay, so now we can talk
We can
about
talk
it.
about
It's
it.
been like 3 weeks waiting
I
to have this
know.
conversation with
Listen,
you.
my life is busy, guys. What can I say? But no, Endgame was awesome.
I wasn't surprised that Iron Man. Whoops. Did you watch it?
Yeah, see spoilers. Let's leave it.
Okay,
we'll
all
leave
right,
it for
let's
another
leave it
3
alone.
weeks. But
Okay,
it was
go
it was
ahead,
good.
yeah,
It was
all right.
it was good. It was
Yeah.
good. And then on Saturday I got to hang out. My sister, of course, is getting married, so
Yeah,
excited for
yeah,
her.
yeah,
And so we
yeah.
did another little sip and paint entertainment thing
Oh,
with some of her
wow.
line
Okay.
sisters.
All right.
We did a beautiful painting for her to hang into her home of her and her fiance, and so she had a wonderful
Who
time.
painted it?
We did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's amazing.
Love to see that.
I know, right? I'm a terrible artist, as I was told by my second grade teacher. I'll never forget it. Morning, Mustafa. And yet, when you go into the Sip and Paint studio by Big Picture Studios, they just really help to turn you into an artist. And
Oh,
so
wow.
we had a wonderful time. And then last night,
Magic.
it is. It really is. Last night we went to Cable Bahamas's Game of Thrones finale. My husband and I are big fans of the show, and we've been watching it for years. So we dressed up last night as Daenerys Targaryen, Mother of Dragons. You have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's fine.
That's going to be a summer project. It's a summer project. Game of Thrones. Okay.
And he was Grey Worm, and so we had a really good
Grey
time
Worm.
down there
Okay.
at
Godfrey, you know
Fusion.
these things? No clue, right?
Very disappointing end to the series, though. It really has become a global phenomenon in terms of pop culture. And I think quite a few people were disappointed at how it ended. But, you know, that's it, and you move on.
You just move on. Something new. New day, right? Yeah. It's a new day. It's a new day here in Bahamas at Sunrise. We've got a great show, as usual, lined up for you. We've got the best Rotary Club in the Bahamas.
Biased much?
Of course I am. Rotary Club of Old Fort is here to talk about STEM Saturdays. Dr. Pinto is back. Oh, we love the segments with Dr. Pinto. I think you got him this morning.
I do have to speak with Dr. Pinto this morning.
Can't wait. And 4J's, Jason and the crew is here to talk about some exciting health and weight loss programs. Of course, they've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, looking forward to learning more about that. And of course, you know, as we come into this new season and we're ending May, we're moving into June, of course, we're getting into the Labor Day season. And unfortunately for us, last year, Labor Day, we had that major tragedy that I think will forever rock the nation as we think about what happened. Certainly an accident in all sense of the word, but really a devastating one. And Nehemiah Heald is here. He actually wrote a song about it. And so we're going to get to premiere that for you today, and we're looking forward to just remembering and honoring those whose lives were lost in that parade last year with Nehemiah. In addition to that, we're going to be talking with New Providence Law. Always love when we have Providence Law on the show with us. Today they're talking about a legal aid clinic that they're having. So this is very important. If you need access to legal services but don't have the money to pay, this is actually a way for you to get advice on those services for free. So we're going to be giving you some more details on that as well.
Does it happen very often when you say legal?
And free.
Yeah, they're doing that. Yeah.
Boy, I feel I've been having some experiences with the law lately, and I'm just so grateful that I did not choose that.
Don't take it into your own hands. Don't take it into your own hands.
Listen, we've got more ahead for you. We want to find out from Godfrey if the weather's going to be any better this week. I'm sure my grass is happy, but I'm not. So let's try and figure out a balance, Godfrey. Can you let us know what the weather is looking like? Here he is with our first look at weather, Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First in Insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Star. Good morning, Bahamas. In your first look at weather, sunrise, deep layer trough across the islands will trigger pockets of showers and thunderstorms across the islands over the next 24 hours. So the most part today, we're looking at partly sunny and warm, with those pockets of showers and thunderstorms mainly during the afternoon hours. High temperature today reaching 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy and muggy. There again, pockets of showers and thunderstorms possible. Your low temperature going down to 76 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean. Barbados 84 and 78. In Jamaica 82 and 72. In Trinidad 91 and 77. And the Turks and Caicos Islands 90 and 76. Across North America, Atlanta 85 and 67. In Raleigh 86 and 68. In Miami 86 and 76. Dallas, Texas 84 and 69. And Toronto, Canada 50 and 47. As we go through the week, pretty good weekend still weather-wise, partly sunny. Yes, those chances of showers and thunderstorms by afternoon. Temperature daytime will be around the 90-degree mark. At nighttime, in the mid to upper 70s. That's what you're up in your first look at the weather sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Phil.
Thank you very much, Godfrey. Whether they are building windmills or playing logic games at the Adelaide Youth Primary, enjoying and learning STEM is all about the Rotary Club of Old Fort Bay, who I already said is the best Rotary Club in the Bahamas. Of course, I've been a member of both. This is where I'm at now. We've got Kushad Lang, a master educator, of course, at Windsor School. I'm very biased here this morning, guys. And of course, he's the founder of Project Limestone. The songstress herself, Carrie Sherman, Director of Community Service, Rotary Club of Old Fort. And of course, Mr. President. Mr. President Shanley Toot. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome
morning.
to Bahamas and Sunrise. I almost want to say back again, but
Well, back for me.
yeah, back for you. That's right. You got to come back on to perform soon.
Sure.
Yeah. So you guys have been busy. You know, I see the communications all the time. Just doing a lot of stuff. I just love, you know, the emphasis that you guys have placed on the youth. And of course, this particular Rotary Club is just comprised of exactly what you see in front of you. Young professionals doing their thing, making a difference on the ground. Let's start out with STEM Saturdays. Whose idea was this? How did it start?
So I guess it was a combination. Myself and Carrie Sherman coming into this Rotary, this particular Rotary year, Carrie being the president and Carrie being the director of community service. We talked about the projects we wanted to do for this Rotary year. She had a friend, Antoine Richardson, who had an organization called Project Limestone. Himself and Krishad Lang already had a STEM projects going. It was a passion of ours as well. We sat and had coffee, and that was it.
Is this the same professional?
It is, yeah,
Okay.
same professional baseball player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. You're a co-founder as well
Yeah,
of
so I'm a
Project?
co-founder of Project Limestone. Anton and I met up about 3 years ago or so.
Okay.
So I'd always known of Anton, but we would have never, I guess, interacted on any sort of, I guess, intimate level. And so we would have had coffee as well, figured out that, we're an extreme.
Coffee is the thing.
Coffee is the thing, right? Figured out we had so much alignment in terms of, what we wanted to do with youth development in the country and formed Project Limestone. And we did that in 2 silos. So we were looking at athletics. We had a baseball program going on in Windsor Park, and then academics. And so we always needed to launch a STEM program, and Anton and Shanley and Carrie got to talking and decided, this partnership is, match made in heaven.
Well, it looks like fun. I mean, every Saturday morning you see you guys out there at Adelaide Primary. Talk a little bit about what happens with STEM. I mean, again, what does it stand for, and what does the Old Fort Rotary do on Saturdays?
Okay, so I probably should have left STEM to Krishad, but science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. A typical day, the kids are bused to Adelaide Primary, and last week Saturday we were at Windsor Prep. A few weeks ago we were at Windsor Albany. But they get there, they have breakfast, there's a little time for them to play, and then usually there's a word about what the program is, what we're doing for the day, an inspirational or educational moment for them. And then the kids are separated into groups, they go to class, we've had coding. On Saturday we had slime, which was fun.
Listen, I think that slime hasn't died yet.
No. Slime is still alive and kicking.
Kids have chemistry going on Saturday. The little kids, I call them the littles, and then the big kids. So the littles made windmills. The big kids built vehicles with the K-Nex kits.
What's the age range?
So our kids are anywhere from, our youngest kid's about 6 years old up
Wow.
until 12 years old.
And you're there with hours from like?
From 9, the program starts at 9, and then it finishes at 12. So they'll eat before 9 o'clock, and then lunch is at 12, and then we bus them home.
Yeah. What's the benefit of doing STEM at these ages? I mean, it looks like a lot of fun for the kids and adults. But what's the benefit?
Yeah, so outside of it just being an engaging time, right? Outside of the kids just coming here and seeming like they're just playing, they're developing some serious tangible and intangible skill sets, right? And so a big part of STEM Saturdays is we don't want to just make good students, we want to make good people, right? We want to encourage these kids to be persistent, we want them to be respectful, we want them to be accountable, we want them to be able to collaborate and work together. This technology, or I guess the STEM skills that are in line with that, we go through things like design thinking, teaching them how to problem solve, or a process for problem solving. We talk about programming or coding, we do some electronics and circuitry work. We do dabble into some chemistry work, like with the slime that we did. We do a series of design challenges where the kids are proposed with a problem and they're encouraged to develop a solution, right?
So I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, so anybody in the area can come on down and
So, well, not really.
Volunteer.
So as far as
For the kids.
the kids, for example, the kids are, we decided, and it was on purpose to start at Adelaide Primary School, where the Rotary Club of Old Fort already had a relationship and has been working with for the past few years. Start there, and the program is comprised of the entire school. It was open to the entire school. We started with about 70 kids. We have the dedicated 30 or so that still come every Saturday religiously. But we have intentions in the future of taking it to other schools and other communities.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. You guys will be doing a summer program as well, or?
Well, one of the things that we decided is to give the kids a break, right? I think to their behest. But a few of the kids, the dedicated ones, we're going to choose to give them something to work towards. Krishad runs a program at Windsor called STEMiverse in the summer, and a few of the kids will be afforded, which is not a cheap program, but a few of the kids from the STEM Saturdays program will be afforded to go there this summer.
Yeah, man, we're going to find some sponsors.
Yeah.
We're going to work all of that out. Gary, the community service program, it's just big in Rotary all around. I mean, what has been the aim and the goal, particularly at Old Fort?
Well, Shanley set a very ambitious set of goals for this year. In fact, we started. I feel Rotary and music are like second and third jobs for me. But Shanley and I started meeting in May of last year. There were some programs, obviously, that we couldn't get off ground because we saw STEM as crucial for us. As he mentioned, we have a relationship with Adelaide. We donated PE kits, hygiene kits to the kids. But I think if we look around in society today, we have a problem, and we have to stem the issues. We need to catch them when they're young. That was not on purpose, but I love puns. And so I think that's one of the club loves to work with kids. That seems to be where our heart is. Our hearts are as Rotarians, and so that's what the focus has been.
So is Sharada?
We're working on it. We're working on getting Krishad in there.
Okay, all right, good. Well, listen, thank you so much for joining us. Krishad Lang, educated at Windsor School and co-founder of Project Limestone. Can talk a little bit about that a little bit more next time you're on the show. Carrie Sherman, Director of Community Service, Rotary Club of Old Fort, and Mr. President, Shanley Toot. Thank you for joining us here on Moms at Sunrise, and hope to see you again soon. And of course, membership is open. Or it's by invitation?
It's
anyway,
by
listen,
invitation.
come on out, Old Fort Bay Rotary Club. Come as a guest, 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. You're watching Moms at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
The Department of Statistics will conduct its annual labor force survey during the month of May. Enumerators with official identification cards from the Department of Statistics will visit selected households in New Providence, Grand Bahama, Abaco, Inagua, and the Berry Islands, and will be calling upon residents to complete the questionnaires honestly and accurately. The information obtained will be handled in the strictest of confidence and will help us to maintain essential statistical data about employment levels and characteristics of the country's labor force.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. A first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence, every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want First Response on your side, call 32-FIRST or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First Response can't prevent an accident from happening,
but it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. If you repeatedly wake up at night to urinate, you may have a condition known as nocturia. Tens of thousands of Bahamians, men, women, and even children suffer from nocturia. And so urologist Dr. Gregory Pinto is here to tell us more about this. And of course, we always love when Dr. Pinto comes because he's such a wealth of information and really is about giving us a life that's filled with more confidence and more capacity as we endure better sleep patterns and better livelihoods as a result of dealing with the things that we think there are no cures for. So Dr. Pinto, always a pleasure to have you. Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you very much for having me, and good morning, Bahamas. And I must say good morning to my daughter, Gia.
Morning, Gia. I was waiting for the good morning to Gia because I know that always comes. But let's talk about this nighttime urination.
Yes.
I know so many people that deal with challenges of not sleeping well through the night because they have to continuously get up and go to the bathroom.
Well, it's a national tragedy, and every nation on earth is faced with that dilemma. People, and of all ages, so it can be from a child that's just barely toilet trained who's wetting the bed, which can be devastating to the entire family, because if a child is soaking the bed every single night, the parents are up, the guardians are up, the child is sleep deprived in school, it's going to affect their education, their future, their self-esteem, and there's so many things that can be done as a urologist to solve that problem, such as bedwetting. Nocturia is by definition waking up more than twice in the night to urinate. And that is something that can affect your sleep pattern as well. So if you don't get the 7 hours of sleep, it can affect every aspect of your life. It can affect your mental health. It can affect your productivity at work. It can affect your emotions, your interactions with your family, friends. If you're walking around basically like a zombie every day because you wake up every hour, every 2 hours to urinate, just when you're getting a good night's sleep, you wake up to urinate. There's so many causes for it.
Yeah.
But as a urologist, we can investigate why you have that problem and come to a solution. For many men, it can be the fact that you have low testosterone. So
Okay.
it's a negative feedback vicious cycle. If you have low testosterone, it can cause nocturia, waking up more than twice in the night to urinate. And waking up more than twice in the night to urinate, nocturia can cause lower testosterone levels. So one causes the other, which causes the other to get worse.
Yeah.
And low testosterone is associated with poor erections, putting on weight very easily, making it very difficult to maintain an erection. You can have tie-in with obstructive sleep apnea, so it's usually the spouse would recognize that you're snoring all night, and then for that 10, 15 seconds, all of a sudden you stop breathing.
Yeah.
That's obstructive sleep apnea, which can be extremely dangerous, and that can make you sleep deprived. That can cause nocturia as well. So there's so many health manifestations of waking up more than twice in the night, and it can also be related to in terms of fluid intake. So many people will take in coffee at night. Obviously, coffee is a stimulant. Anything with caffeine is a stimulant. Diuretics, such as alcohol. So if you're drinking a lot of alcohol before you go to bed, you're going to wake up. But obviously, there's certain medications, such as diuretics, that can cause you to wake up several times in the night. Even for high blood pressure, there's certain classes of drugs that make you wake up to urinate several times. We can change the class of drug that you're on, still maintain a good blood pressure, and allow you to have a good night's sleep. So everyone needs at least 7 hours of sleep. And studies have shown even for younger people, there was a study recently that showed that about 20% of 20-year-olds wake up more than twice in the night to urinate. So while you're in college, when you're trying to get those good night's sleep, it can be very disruptive to your just general well-being.
No, I think about what you're saying, and you know, we have so many issues here, right, that we see manifested. So much anger, so much frustration even on the road, negative interactions between staff and managers, just negative interactions in customer service. And we take those things at surface level. But when we kind of peel back the layers and we're understanding that people aren't getting the sleep that they need, and that's not lack of sleep is manifesting in all these different areas, this is a real issue. And it's one that can be changed. And I love the fact that you bring up bedwetting, because so many kids get in trouble, like they're getting spanked, they're being punished for something that in this instance they may not be able to control.
It's not a behavioral problem, right?
Yeah.
It's something that's related physiologically. There may be an anatomical reason for it. In many cases, the main cause is constipation. It can be related to that you have insufficient or poor nerve supply to your bladder. You can have something like spina bifida or spina bifida occulta. So you can have no symptoms other than you have occasional constipation or you're wetting the bed unknowingly. And it's usually just related to the night. So during the day you have no urinary problems. It's just in the night you're urinating and wetting the bed, and that can devastate a family. When a child is having a formative years and the self-esteem is so important, there's so many things as urologists we can have you stop that bed wetting right there.
So is it in any way related to diabetes and hypertension? Because we know that those are two common illnesses here.
So in the Bahamas, we have a very high rate of diabetes. And it's not just poorly controlled diabetes. There are so many men and women who unknowingly have diabetes. So you can have something called polydipsia. So you're thirsty all the time and urinating all the time. You can have diabetes insipidus, which causes you to urinate frequently in the night. As you get older, men and women are plagued with having deficiency in an important hormone called vasopressin, which is supposed to naturally reduce the amount of urine produced by the kidneys so that you produce more urine during the day so you get a good night's sleep. We can give you that drug if it's found to show a deficiency and get you that good night's sleep. So there's so many ways as a urologist, even if you've been plagued with this for 25 years, waking up 5 times in the night, and you're waking up your spouse as well. Sometimes you're waking up the entire household. We can give you that good night's sleep, and you can put not only quality of life, but years to your life. So if you're not getting that 7 hours of sleep, that can affect your heart. That can affect every organ in your body. And you can never underestimate not just productivity in terms of work hours and how you're doing at work, but in terms of your just general happiness.
So Dr. Pinto, how can we reach you? If people want to come in and just kind of talk with you, they've been having challenges, they're going to the bathroom more than twice a night, or they've got a child that's wetting the bed, how can they meet with you and just kind of learn more about the next steps for them?
Well, I'm a consultant at Princess Margaret Hospital, so you can get a referral from any clinic, whether it's in New Providence or the Family Island, but I have a website, Urology Care Bahamas, and my main office is at the Centerville Medical Center at 326-1929.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing with
Thank
us,
you
Dr.
very much.
Pinto. I think that today we really brought some attention to something that people do not consider
Yes.
and do not realize that there are solutions for it, medication for it that can work with existing medications, and really a better quality of life can be had when they can just sleep through the night without going to the bathroom. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Wait, that's Omar Little from The Wire. You think everyone is Omar from The Wire?
Wow, it's really nice to meet a fan.
It's like he's right here. I telling you he's being all type shows and stuff?
And you know, Rev Go Play plays a lot of good movies and TV shows.
Excuse me, can't you see we're watching something else? Rude.
Settle all your pop culture disputes with Rev Go Play. Watch, record, and stream all your favorite shows wherever you are. Free for all Rev TV subscribers. Rev, you and us together.
I always wanted to come back to the College of Bahamas. I wanted to be a faculty. When the opportunity came for me to be Vice President of Operations, I said, well, let me try that first. It makes me proud because I was here before. I feel as if now I'm sort of like a beacon for those students who are here to say, hey, listen, I can actually be a vice president. I can actually be one of the big leaders at the university. I'm Ronnie Stevenson, and this is my UB.
Apply today at www.ub.edu.bs.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Of course, we'll all remember the tragedy that happened last year on Labor Day Parade, where persons would have lost their lives in a very unfortunate set of circumstances. And, you know, we've pleased to be joined by the voice of Bahamas at Sunrise. I like to call him that, one of the voices for sure, Nehemiah Hill. Welcome back, my friend.
It's good to be here, man.
They're always looking so distinguished in this white. Let's just leave it as that.
I was trying to match you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. But, you know, it was just about a year ago, and it kind of shocked us all.
Yeah.
You would have had some colleagues and friends that you would have known.
Yeah.
And it moved you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it moved you to memorialize them in a very special way. We're going to talk about that here in a second. But the song itself, the name of the song is called Suddenly.
Suddenly.
But talk about the first things that kind of went through your mind upon hearing about what happened.
Cherishing people. It is so important to just cherish every moment because you just don't know when it's going to be your last.
Yeah.
And so those moments that make life happen, you got to really understand them and make them significant.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
Yeah. So you put pen to paper as you normally do, and you wrote a song. Was this a single effort, or did somebody?
Well, Kevin Richardson and Kieran Roker played the keys for me, and I just went to me. I mean, Tabitha Hay, who was my colleague who passed in this incident, was a really good. We were really great friends, and so just the thought of her was enough.
Anything else you'd like to say with regards to the song that you'd want people to kind of take away from it?
I just want people to really take the message from the song. Life is truly but a vapor. Absolutely. I mean, we saw Tabitha on Thursday evening, and around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we heard she was in hospital and all the other speculation that was going on until everything was confirmed.
Okay. All right. Well, here we have the man himself, Nehemiah Healed, with Suddenly. Thank you. Thank you.
is but a vapor. Life is like a dream. Sometimes life goes by in a heartbeat, and life could seem incomplete. And so suddenly you come. So suddenly I would see you no more. I didn't think that it would be so soon. Just the thought of there being no you. So suddenly you're not here. You lived your life, made every second count. You lived your life until the day was done. You lived your life just doing all you could. Now you're gone, I'm trusting God has called you home. And so suddenly you gone. So suddenly I would see you no more. I didn't think that it would be so soon. Just the thought of there being no you. So suddenly you're not here. And so suddenly you gone. So suddenly I would see you no more. I didn't think that it would be so soon, but just the thought of there being no you. So suddenly you're not here. So suddenly you're not here. So suddenly you're not here. I miss you.
I'm Jennifer Baisden, Group Sales and Marketing Manager for Bahamas Air, and it's my pleasure to invite you to Experience Houston. From out-of-the-world excitement at Space Center's Houston, the gateway to NASA's mission control, to the over 10,000 restaurants representing cuisine from more than 70 countries. Houston has it all. Come, experience Houston with direct service on Bahamas Air. For more information on flight and packages, visit bahamasair.com.
So who really owns the Nassau container port?
Boss, that's easy. The government.
I do.
I do. Thank you.
I do.
I do. And one day, he will too.
I do. Knock knock.
Here at the Nassau Container Port, we've diversified our ownership to give hardworking Bahamians a piece of the economic pie. And we'll continue to grow so that we can give you a consistent return on your investment. That's our promise.
Hi, I'm Davrielle and welcome to Rev Tips, where we answer your most important Rev service questions. Today's question is, how do I set up a Rev My account? It's super easy. To create a Rev My account, simply visit www.cablebahamas.com and click the My Account icon. Next, select the Create Account option. Please have a copy of your latest statement on hand. Enter the information as it appears on the statement to the respective areas on the form. When you've finished, click Create Account to continue with the process. Once you've registered your account, you can use your username and password to check your account balance, view past statements, and pay your bill online. And that's your Rev Tip for this week. Thanks for watching, and be sure to join us next time.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're at the halfway point on this marvelous Monday.
Yes, we are. Suddenly, we try to smile sometimes, and it's difficult.
Yeah.
That song really brings back a lot of memory. I'm sure even for those who are watching the show would have lost anybody at any point in time. It says suddenly, but you're never really prepared. You're never really prepared, suddenly or not.
Yeah, my dad passed suddenly, and I was reading something yesterday, and it talks about the fact that your life will never be the same after you've lost a loved one. You grow and you learn how to manage life without them, but it's never the same, and you wouldn't want it to be the same because they've had such a wonderful impact that no matter how many years goes by, it's always a missing piece, and so you do the best you can outside of having them with you. And certainly I think that's what the country is trying to do as a result of that tragedy, because all you can do is move forward.
You have to.
And yet there's still a piece that's missing.
Yeah, definitely. But you have to listen, and every day is a new day, so it's a new opportunity to live while we can, right? And of course, we certainly do that here on Bahamas at Sunrise, live, just for you.
And we certainly do, and we try to bring you information that will help you to have the best quality of life possible. I've been going to our courts recently for some private matters, and it's been interesting to see that unfold, and it's been a reminder that there are just so many people without access to things like legal counsel.
That's a whole show.
How many people get, and this is so serious though,
show.
A month ago I was in Jamaica on that leadership conference, and Rastafari said to me, I ban Babylon. But I've understood it in this context because the systems around us really are not for everyone, especially if you don't have access to certain knowledge and information and resources. And so it's so important that Merit Store is here. He's brought Davinia Blair with him from the Small Business Development Center, Kalia Parker from the Bar Association. We're going to be talking to them about a legal clinic they're doing, and I hope people will take advantage of it because there's just so many legalities that could just block people out from certain things.
Boy, it should be overflowing. We also have Jason DeVoe here for Jay's to talk a little bit more about their weight loss program. He's got just so many products. I mean, every time I think Jason, I think the classic, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And so they're back on the show doing it once again. Brought some company along.
All right, looking forward to that segment as well. Always good to find out the best ways that we can manage our health, and including those supplements that he provides.
Yeah.
Before we get to any of that, we're going to take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First in Insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Star, and good morning, Bahamas. Just a second look at weather. Sunrise is not June 1st yet. June 1st is start hurricane season, but we do have an area of disturbed weather several hundred miles to the southwest of Bermuda. Is moving towards the north. At this time, expect to move more northeasterly over the next 24 hours. No threat to Bahamas, but over the next 48 hours, it has a 60% chance of development into a tropical or subtropical system. No threat to Bahamas, like indicated. It's going to move in a local scene. Deep layer trough will cause some pockets of showers and possible thunderstorms over the islands over the next 24 hours. So in your marine forecast today, Those winds blowing variable at 10 knots or less, seas less than 3 feet. On Tuesday, they continue variable at 10 knots or less, seas less than 3 feet in northwest and central Bahamas, eastern at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the southeastern islands. And on Wednesday, over all the islands, those winds northeast to east at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet. Your tides. You can expect a high tide at 8:38 this morning. Net low tide will be at 2:42 this afternoon. High gain tonight at 9:04. Sunset will be 7:48 this evening. Rises tomorrow at 6:23. UV index 9. Your water temperature 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Honeymoon phase, full moon. Standard look, pretty good weekend start weather-wise. Partly sunny skies, some hot temperatures, humid conditions, and yes, there's a chance of a short thunderstorm by afternoon. Those temperatures daytime will be around the 90-degree mark. At nighttime, in the upper 70s. That puts you up in your phone. Look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Star.
Thank you so much, Godfrey. Well, you might have heard Phil and I talking about it throughout the show, but this is a segment where we're really going to help you to hone in on whether or not you need to come and see these amazing people sitting in front of me. If you've ever had a legal matter, a legal question, a legal concern, or ever wanted to start a business and wasn't sure what the legalities were around that, this is the segment for you. So pay close attention, call a friend, text a friend, tell them to tune in right now, because we've got Merritt Storr, who's the managing partner of Providence Law, with us, along with Khalil Parker. He's the president of the Bahamas Bar Association. Bar meaning the legal bar, not the one that you might be thinking about. And of course, Davinia Blair. She's the executive director of the Small Business Development Center. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Good morning.
Always a pleasure to have you all with us. Three people that we've seen before. Khalil will make you a regular at some point as well, I'm sure. But this is really a critical conversation. I've had an experience with the course over the past week, and it's been interesting to just really watch the system unfold. And for those who just don't have access and just don't know any better, I imagine that there must be serious challenges as it relates to the law. Khalil, from a Bahamas Bar Association perspective, why is it critical that you all play a role in the community? Are you like a union? Do you kind of get lawyers in trouble or disbarred? How does it work in terms of exactly what it is that you do?
Yes, it's a mixed bag. There is some element of advocacy for the profession.
Okay.
It is also more of a civic role as well. We have a responsibility with respect to law reform and the provision of legal aid as we're working on today.
Okay.
And we do have a disciplinary function with respect to our members.
Okay.
So all of the above, one would say.
Okay, okay. So this is interesting. And obviously, this is good to know for people generally, that there is a system of recourse if there's a challenge that they've had with lawyers, an opportunity for them to get some legal counsel free. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. And then, of course, the fact that there are people who are out there watching the laws as they're made and saying that this should happen and this should not happen. And Davinia, you guys have an advocacy perspective as well as a Small Business Development Center, right?
Absolutely. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen in this budget period. We would have been lobbying for any number of things that would have come up from our clients. So there's a level of advocacy, but also a big part of our advocacy actually ties into what's happening here today, which is helping our clients advocate for themselves the best position in a lot of their business deals. So on any given day, you have a client looking to enter a contract with a new supplier or a new client of theirs, or with hotels, cruise lines, and those documents sometimes can be quite complex, hundreds of pages in some instances. And it's good that these gentlemen have created this opportunity where our clients can get assistance.
And this is perfect for my next question, actually, because it can be an intimidating profession. My sister is a lawyer, and she never uses regular words. I want to have a conversation, and the words are, what are you talking about, right? And so for people who might be intimidated by the profession, might see a 100-page document and find that very confusing, how do they identify which lawyers can actually help them? How do they know I enter a contract with them that obligates the attorney to represent my best interests? How can they trust?
That's a good question. And what people have to begin to understand is that all attorneys don't practice all aspects of the law.
Okay.
There are various specialties within the law. So for example, there are some attorneys who are criminal specialists. That's what they do. And there are other attorneys who don't practice any criminal law, like myself. So what they need to find is somebody who does commercial matters, contractual matters, and that's their focus. And because, and this is another unique thing about the professions, we're not supposed to advertise And so normally clients come by referral.
Okay.
And so it's a question of trying to identify who are the attorneys who specialize in the area of law that you need assistance with.
Okay.
So it's really a referral business. People can call the Bar Association if they want some general guidance. Okay, but we're not supposed to be out there with commercials running on the radio stations, and this is what, you know, so it's kind of a catch-22 in that regard in being able to find the right attorney. But it does require some inquiry and some research to find the persons who will be best able to help you.
Okay, okay, and I think that's very important. When you read the papers, obviously our criminal lawyers get a lot more attention because those cases make the news, and so people may not understand the distinction in that area. Normally legal services can be very expensive, very expensive. What opportunities are currently available for persons who need legal help but can't afford it? Do you still run, I think the Eugene DePuch Law School at one point had a...
Yes, the civil legal aid right now is primarily focused outside of the teaching legal aid clinic associated with the Eugene DePuch Law School.
Okay.
Criminal legal aid, there's the public defenders unit, so that has expanded.
Okay.
And we are, and I don't know if I want to break that news.
I don't mind.
Okay.
Forward-looking.
Yes, forward-looking. But what we're looking to do is to entrench legal advice and legal aid as a part of the Small Business Development Center project.
Okay.
And so that we can increase the amount of civil legal aid that there is out there and hopefully branch out into more comprehensive legal aid.
Okay. Why is that something that you think so important, Davinia? When we look at the realm of legal services, why is this a critical component of the SBDC moving forward?
It comes up. It comes up every single day. A company is an entity that only is created through law. I mean, there's a whole act that allows you to have a company that governs the way your company operates. And you know, there's some clients right now that are considering, for example, taking advantage of opportunities in Eleuthera. Do they do that as individuals, as sole proprietors? Do they incorporate, or do they have a partnership? I mean, there's any number of structures that we, as the SBDC, have to create a structure to advocate, or to assist our clients on a daily basis with making those decisions. Now, while I think I may understand all of those things, and I'm expected to have a level of competency there, I prefer to invite our learned friends to assist us with that type of advice for our clients.
Learned friends, you belong right with them. But Mary, there's also something coming up that is free for people that are interested. Can you talk me through what's been happening at Bahamas Faith Ministries and what you all have been doing to kind of bring this legal structure to the fore?
Well, for a number of years, we've been doing legal aid clinics. And so about twice a year, there'll be a clinic by which persons from the public who need advice, they're able to sign up for free advice. They make an appointment and they can see an attorney in their area of specialty and sit with them for about 20 minutes and discuss their particular need. Obviously, the 20-minute session is not intended to solve the problem, but sometimes it does because it's not a big problem. But in other instances, it gives them clarity as to what they need to do next. So November of last year was the first time we did legal aid, but we also did biz aid, we called it. And we combined the two together, which was persons who wanted legal advice and or business advice, whether starting a business or they need advice to grow their business. They were able to come and sit down with an advisor, an attorney, or in the case of business, a business advisor. Some of them were from the Small Business Development Center. That went very well. I mean, we had more than 100 persons come and get advice. So we're doing it again. So the next event is the 1st of June, Saturday the 1st of June, which is just a little under 2 weeks from now. Again at BFM, and it's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And persons who want to attend this and get either legal or business advice need to call in and register for that opportunity. They can call the Small Business Development Center, they can call BFM, and or they can call even my office. We're taking persons who are interested at my office as well. And their email addresses, we'll leave them with you, and so hopefully they can be shared.
Yeah, that would be our pleasure to do so. I think this is so important. I really see the amount of people that are just going through a system without any sort of guidance, and you wonder why they end up where they do, but it's because they just have no idea where to begin. And so even if it's just 20 minutes with you all to figure out where to begin, that is certainly helpful. Davinia, the Small Business Development Center has been doing some awesome things outside of this legal stuff, and obviously Merit mentioned that you'll be there in a business advice capacity, which is wonderful because we've seen some of your clients in the papers this money moving, man. And I understand why you need contracts with the banks for sure, with the amount of money that's being dispersed. But any good news that you want to share with us before we leave today?
Well, last week or week before last, we would have announced Ben Davis with Drive Green. So we're excited about that. We have another one that I believe was released today. If not, I don't want to steal the thunder, but similar size investment from both one of our local banks, our entrepreneurial fund, the Bahamas Entrepreneurial Fund, and a part of the grant that the government would have provided. And then today, between Friday and today and tomorrow, we have probably about 10 other entrepreneurs that will be receiving their approvals and disbursements. So we're quite excited. Look out for the news in the papers. You'll see a lot of the names, the stories, the videos. Please like us on Facebook so that you can be there the minute it all drops.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you with us, Merida. One of my favorite guys. He's always back. So Khalil, I hope that you'll join that train and just continue to bring us more information on what's happening with the Bar Association, obviously the Small Business Development Center, and there at Providence Law. Really excited about the opportunity on June 1st. 9 a.m.
to 2 p.m.
to 2 p.m.
at BFM.
At BFM. And of course, you want to register by contacting the Bahamas Bar Association, the Small Business Development Center, or Providence Law. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
I've got all day.
Yeah, let's go.
Sprained her ankle.
He's lie, babe. Cheap as we finished watching this movie.
How old was I? 4 days?
She always just play the same in every episode. I don't understand it.
See what y'all missing is y'all need to get to season 3, man.
I thought that
season 1.
They say season 2 was where it started, though.
Alive Postpaid. You're there for your friends when it matters, and we're here for you with more data to stream all the shows and movies you love.
Sorry about that, guys.
And I'm the sole heir.
With our letters of notification or return. What's the kid doing in yellow?
Come on, man, it's the best part.
For everything that matters. Alive. Believe in best.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Ladies, this particular segment is just for you. Not just because we've got the man himself, Jason DeVoe, back in the studio, but he's brought Alex back to Bahamas. Welcome, man. Good to see you again.
Good morning,
Good
Bahamas.
to see you again. 4J's president himself is in the house, man. You've been doing this for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
And, continue on that trajectory on up, but you're introducing something brand new once again to the Bahamas. Going to be focusing in on it for the rest of the month. But let's talk a little bit about 4Js. I mean, for persons who don't know, you've got various products, and of course your specialty has been in dietary supplements and weight loss.
Yes. 4J's Enterprise has been around for well over 10 years. We've been providing natural supplements. Mm-hmm. Our key supplements have been those that help with weight loss, obesity, the fight in obesity. We have other supplements as well to help with hair, skin, nails, prostate, the likes. Mm-hmm. But what we've done this time around, Phil, is we've introduced an enhanced version of the weight loss supplement.
Okay.
Persons know us for the Slim Max Plus, belly fat burner. Very, very successful products. Mm-hmm. What we've done, Alex and myself, we've come with this Forever Divine line, specifically for women, because we've heard their cry. You know, it's so difficult for many women, Caribbean women as well, to lose weight because of their metabolism being so different from men.
Yeah, definitely. So Alex, what do we have here today? I see
Well, we have 4 different products. We have belly, it's fat burner.
Fat burner, okay.
Yeah, also we have a belly fat burner. We have a detox. It comes as a combo. So they can benefit from losing weight at the same time cleanse the colon and detox. Okay. Then we have a biotin. And what makes our biotin a little bit different, we also put calcium in it. So it helps with nail, hair, bones.
as well.
Okay.
And it all comes with a 1 month supply. And also we have a collagen. This particular collagen comes with a hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
Okay. So it helps to make the skin smooth. Okay. And person will feel it in a matter of 1 month of these products. Like these products, they would feel from the first capsule when they take.
Really?
Yes. They would
Okay.
feel it, something going on different in their body. It's not like you're taking a pill, wait 1 month, then you're going to see results. No. You're gonna
Should you be doing something else besides, I mean, do you like supplement this with exercise? Do you change your diet? Do you,
Yes. We give suggestions to people, like on this flyer, you know, how to take it and what try not to eat to get better results. Some people don't have time for exercise.
Right.
Some people cannot do exercise because of the medical conditions. So it all depends. Of course, if you're going to do exercise and you're going to do a good diet, you're going to lose weight much faster. But if you don't have time for that, or for any other reason, you're still going to lose weight no matter what.
Okay. All right. Well, I see it says lose weight, don't wait. It's right there on his chest. Right?
That's it.
Definitely.
But we've had some good testimony so far too. Some persons have lost up to 8 pounds in 2 days, 4 pounds in 2 days.
2 days?
Oh yeah, and that's just how good of a fat burner the supplements are. You know, so like I said, we've enhanced on the versions of what we've had so far, and this divine product, it is truly, truly tremendous.
So what happens inside of the body? I mean, what exactly is it doing to generate this type of result?
Okay, when you take the fat burner, you would feel like in a matter of hour that, first of all, you're getting a message that you're not hungry. Your mouth is going to be a little bit dry, so you drink more water, and you're not going to be hungry. Okay. Or when you eat your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're going to stop. You're gonna say that's enough.
Get full
and
faster.
also in between the meals, a lot of people like to snack. Okay, and this is a problem. Okay,
sure is.
So this product gonna put a stop on it. Okay, and the detox, on the other hand, you know, normally people take 2 capsules at night before they go to sleep. It works all night in your body. In the morning, you're going to feel effect. A lot of person asking, oh, I'm going to run to the bathroom all day. I'm working. I cannot do it. This is not a laxative. You will go to the bathroom, but you will feel that more stuff coming out, more waste. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, and you're not going to feel like jittery. You're not going to feel like shaky because we put enough ingredients to keep it healthy and also to show results. Okay. This is how it works. It's simple.
Simple. Cool. Cool. Jay, I mean, I was about to say where can we find you, but it seems these days everywhere.
Oh, everywhere. Well, actually, you know what we've done, and these will be available in all of our retail outlets within this. But what we've done, Bahamas, to make sure that you can get it now, we have our delivery personnel on the road. Call us 556-4700, 824-1666, or 463-3882. And so you can get a setup today if you wish. And within this month, like I said, all of our pharmacies, the Medi Center, beauty supplies, they're going to have the products along with the other ones ready and available for you.
Of course, you're on social media, I would imagine.
Oh, we're on social media, Slim Max Plus Bahamas. They can reach us on Instagram, Facebook. They can WhatsApp us, text us, and we're there. You know, we're here to help the Bahamas. The Bahamas are still overweight, but we're here.
All right. Well, listen, we have been with 4J's Enterprises, joined by Alex from Asram. Everybody knows Alex, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows Alex. Jason, thank you so
More
much.
vehement.
All right, man. Good to be back. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you
All
for
right,
having us.
Always a pleasure. Thanks.
Pleasure. You're watching Bahamas' Sunrise. We'll be right back.
How are we making Rev work wonders for you? We are doing it together. You told us what you want, and we've heard you. Want faster broadband? How about speeds up to 1 gigabit per second? Want shorter house calls? 2 hours max. We promise. Want to take your entertainment anywhere? Well, your Rev Go Play app is here. Rev, we've heard you. You speak, we listen. Rev, you and us together.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right into the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Thank you so much for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. Always a fun time. Live TV.
Can't beat it.
Listen, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.